Hi, once again, my name is Jose Trujillo, a fine art artist, and I'm coming to you here from my art studio. And today I wanted to share this with you. Let's see, let me remember. Silence is the birthplace of all inspiration. I've touched on this many times already in different ways, but I want to touch it a little differently because I've experienced this particular thought a little differently. Or idea. Silence is the birthplace of all inspiration. You know, I've talked about before that inspiration comes out of action, right? Of movement. You create movement, you start doing it, and then you get inspired, right? More inspiration comes out, and it just flows. Inspiration, right? The thing that I don't think I touched on when I made that video. I don't know if any of you guys seen it, but I recommend it. The thing I didn't touch about that video is that the reason why the inspiration comes out through that movement, it's not necessarily because the movement itself, you know, although it looks that way. That's why I said it, you know, and that's why I always say it when people ask me, how do I get inspired? You know, painting. Oh, you're not painting enough. How do you get inspired writing? You're not writing enough. You write very little. You know, you write one page and or three sentences or three words, and then you say, oh, I don't know, have writer's block. No, you don't have writer's block. You just don't write enough in order to get that inspiration to flow out, to carve a way for that inspiration. You know, sort of channeling. You know, but. In art is the same thing, you know. People say, why am I not inspired? It's because you're not painting enough, or you're not, you know, taking enough photographs. Whatever it is that you do, doesn't matter. It's all the same mumbo jumbo. It's all the same thing. I believe it all works the same way. So why do I feel compelled to say the action? You know, it's not it. It looks like that, but really, what happens is that when you start doing something. And you start doing it a lot and maybe fast, and you know you go into it with a lot of passion. Inspiration comes out because you're so focused and your attention is so focused and so occupied that thinking ceases to take control. And when your thinking drops. And you're engaged at any activity, you know, be it painting, taking photos, making love, whatever it is. When you are so intensely focused in this activity, thought comes down. You know, when you're in front of another person, another human being, and you are so intently looking at the person, just looking at the person, you cannot judge the person. Thought comes down. I'm sorry, thought comes down, and then you are able to see the person, you know, and this is why I say that silence is the birthplace of all inspiration, because what happens is that your mind, you yourself, becomes silent inside of yourself. You know, of course, you might be running like a crazy maniac. You know, you might be Jackson Pollock throwing paint everywhere, whatever, but your mind is silent, and because your mind is silent, you're able to be inspired. You know, that's what really breathes in the inspiration. It's just going a little deeper. Okay, you create a lot of movement. You don't have to think about this stuff. All you really have to do is go and create a lot of movement, and because that movement will prompt you to be focused, and that focus will take you even deeper, and make you silent, make your mind silent, and that's really what makes the inspiration flourish. And I just want to touch on that. And again, my name is Jose Trujillo. I'm a fine art artist. And until next time.